evening, everybody, and welcome to Nashua ETV's broadcast of high school football tonight from Stellos Stadium. We'll be watching the Nashua South Purple Panthers against the Exeter High School Blue Hawks. I'm Tom King, along with Ron Welliver, and John Collins can't be with us tonight because he is on another one of his famous junkets, Ron Welliver. So
I did just get a text from him, Tom. He's in Tampa Airport.
And he's probably watching this on the stream, I would imagine. Anyway, tonight, interesting game. You have the Blue Hawks at 7-1, the Panthers at 6-2, and basically it looks. You never know until the committee sits down and goes through everything, and you never know. There could be a violation somewhere. You don't know, but it looks like these two teams will play at Exeter no matter next week in the first round of the playoffs, no matter what happens tonight. Exeter is the only team out of the Seacoast Conference. They have won the conference, and Nashua South could finish second in the West Conference, or they could be tied and probably as low as third. But that's probably the way it looks right now. It's going to be interesting.
That's right, Tom. You got Merrimack and BG out to playing tonight. Let's assume they win this 6-3. South, huge game. If they win this game, they're 6-3. And it's a three-way tie.
South will be in second place no matter what.
Yep. So we've determined that already up in the booth here.
Right.
But the biggest thing for South is today.
According to the way we see it now. Again, you've got to be careful.
That's right.
And here comes South now. But it's a different South team, Ron, than maybe you saw a month ago.
That's right.
Chris Keefe is now the quarterback. You know, Mike Rutstein got hurt. He hurt his hip. They've gone with Keefe. Keefe is a good run option quarterback. He's a good thrower. I think he's a really good. He's learning the position right now. He's played it before in JVs, but he's coming into his own. And so far they've been great with him.
South in the past is a lot of passing, a lot of passing, a lot of passing. We got a strong wind here tonight. And
that's not their game anymore.
That's not the game. Exactly what we're talking about.
And so look for Jason Campo, look for Josh Campo, 26 and 27. Those two are going to be carrying the football a lot. Look for Joe Turla to be carrying the football. Exeter, your job, Ron Welliver, is to be trying to find out who has the football.
I know.
Because of the straight T offense.
I've coached against them. I learned follow the guard, maybe get a number or two. But that's going to be my challenge up here, Tom.
It's unbelievable. We're going to take a pause for the national anthem. Ron Welliver, before I go down on the field, take a look at the numbers. You look at the South sideline and the Exeter sideline. It is a little bit of a disparity.
Well, there's no question, Tom. The numbers are down at North and South this year. And Exeter has always brought an army to their games, freshmen, sophomores.
No doubt about it.
And
the key tonight, if under the scenario that we've painted, is just don't get hurt. That's the key tonight. Try to keep your team
the second
healthy.
key tonight for South, Tom, is confidence. You don't want to go into this game and have Exeter run all over you, then go in there next week. You want to give them a game, go in confident, stay on injury-free.
Exactly. If you had 4 or 5 weeks to get used to that idea, it'd be a different story. But having to do it the next week, I saw it happen 3 or 4 years ago, Ron Welliver, where North and BG played in the final game of the regular season. North killed BG. The next game, North killed BG the following week in the first round of the playoffs. And both games were almost identical. So you're right about that.
Well, years ago when North lost the finals, back in 2012, I believe, they come in and they beat South handily during the year, and they played South on Thanksgiving, and South just destroyed them. And,
it's a different story all the time. But anyway,
right.
Ron Welliver will take you the rest of the way through most of the first half, everybody. I'm Tom King. Enjoy tonight's ETV broadcast.
Good luck, Tom. As Tom said earlier, Exeter at 7-1 in the East Division. Nashua South 6-2 in the West Division, behind Nashua North. One thing of note here is Exeter's only had one close game, that against the loss against North with a last-second field goal. And the rest of the games have been pretty much routes. 29-6, BG was the closest, 49-7, 41-7. 41-6 and 38-0. So Exeter's not used to close games. South has to be close to make it a game. Give themselves confidence going into next week, like we talked about. Did we find out who number 40 is? Didn't get it yet. We're trying to find out who number 40 is of Exeter. He was one of their captains. Being a bunch of ex-coaches up here in the box, we know kids forget their shirts or lose them or what have you. And we'll have that for you shortly. Number 17 for Exeter High School is kicking off. Nolan Elmore from left to right.
17, Nolan Elmore to kick off.
One of the captains, number 40, is Derek Edmondson.
26, Josh Combo, and number 21, Tyler Armin, deep for the Panthers.
There's two compos back there. We got Joshua and Jason. Josh Compo's deep. Exeter's get ready to kick off. There's the kick going deep at the 10-yard line. It's Kaiser Compos, number 24.
Number 26, Josh Combo on the return.
My error. Compos took the ball out to the 29-yard line. Nashua South will start 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. They usually run a spread offense. A lot of running out of that spread. They say that the spread is supposed to be for passing only, but just like North has it and other spread teams, running is the first option. Thank you very much. Someone just handed me something with an update on some numbers. Quarterback is Chris Keefe for South. Hands off right to Compos. He goes about 3 or 4 yards out to the 33-yard line, right up the middle.
Hands off to number 26, Josh Combo.
Josh Compos does a lot of the carrying over here for South. His brother Jason is a junior. Josh is a sophomore. Chris Keefe looks over to the sideline for the play. It's sent in. He's in a spread formation with a slot to the left. He motions to the left. The quarterback sweep. Keefe goes out all the way out to the 40, looks like 7-yard line. A first down. Not much of a fake over there. He just took it and ran right to the left. Quarterback sweep, if you will. It's a first down. At the Nashua 43-yard line. Thank you for that correction. Keefe takes the snap, hands off to number 21. Tyler Armin gets about 3 or 4 yards out to the 46-yard line. Went off tackle to the right. And Tyler's banging his chest. He wants the ball again, Coach. I want the ball again. Keefe gets the play. Backfield with him is Jason Compo. We got slot left, wide receiver right. Snap is back. Pulling guard number 72. Makes a nice block. Outside goes Keefe all the way up to the 47, maybe the 46-yard line, close to the first down of Exeter. Nice block by number 72, Glenn Preston, who pulled out from the right guard spot for Nashua South. Well, I thought he went over there. He must have been stepped out of bounds. 3rd down and 1 for Nashua South. Keefe's got a slot to the right, looks over for the play. In the backfield with him is Jason Compo. To the quarterback's right, going right to left. He's set to go. Exeter's got a 4-man line. Snap back. Keefe goes right up the middle. Close to a first down. Tackled by a bunch of white shirts.
Keefe on the carry. Stopped by the interior
Keefe is a good runner. They tend to run with him more often than they normally would in the past. And it's a Nashua South first down at the 45-yard line of Exeter High School. Keefe gets the play in the backfield. Next to him is Campo. Got an unbalanced right. Campo goes right up the middle on a trap. 5 yards, maybe 6 to the 39-yard line of now Exeter. Nashua's got a nice drive going here. Nashua South, I should say.
Pickup of about 6 on the play.
Chris Keefe looking over for the play, as is number 81, Kyle O'Connor. Campo, and number 21, Tyler Armin. Kyle O'Connor is the tight end. He's on the right side. Keefe gets the snap, rolls to his right, looks like a straight quarterback sweep, all the way out to the outside, 35 to 30, 25, 20. I think he stepped out of bounds. A whistle blows. Yes, he did. Do we have a flag down there, Jason? Anyway, a stoppage of play. Either he stepped out of bounds or there's some type of offside. I haven't seen the call yet. They threw. There's a flag down there on the right hash mark there. And they played to dead right in the middle of the play, so I'm not sure what we have here. It's two. Yeah, Keefe was gone on that keeper to the right side following the big tight end, Kyle O'Connor. Possibly blew it dead before the ball was snapped. It's something on Nashua South, 10-yard penalty. Yeah, there's a bunch of us in the booth trying to get the call. It is holding on South. Moves him back to the 49-yard line of Exeter. Keefe looking over for the play. Tight end O'Connor goes to the left. Also slotted left is Tyler Armin. Campo in the backfield. Armin goes in motion. Back to the backfield. Is it Campo off tackle to the left side, picks up about 6 down to the 39-yard line of Exeter. They used number 21 Tyler Armin as a decoy as he went in motion. Obviously setting up a fake handoff, maybe a pitch or a handoff to Armin coming around. Keefe looks over, gets the play. Tight end to the right side is Kyle O'Connor. Armin is slotted out to the right side. 3rd down and about 5. Nashua South. Keefe back to pass. Looks downfield. Steps up. Throws. Incomplete. Pass was attempted to Kyle Salemi. Incomplete down by the 30-yard line. 4th down. I believe their punting team is coming out. Number 22, Jacob Smith, coming out for the punter. Punt formation for South there. Right now it's a field position first quarter. 4th and 4 in their punting. Snap comes back. Nice punt by Smith down to the 20-yard line. Gets a roll all the way down to the 15 before it's down by South player below dead. Exeter will start at their own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback for Exeter is Ryan Gravaya. I think I got that right. We've been working on some of the pronunciations up here in the booth. Thank God I got some help. Exeter runs a straight T offense, sometimes a wing T, and they motion into the straight T. I'll do my best to see who has the ball. From the 11-yard line, snap goes back. Gravaya hands off to the left side. Number 40, Derek Edmiston. Edmiston gets the carry, gets about a couple of yards. I stand corrected. Jaden Kalisha on the carry. It's tough to see who has the ball. Exeter over the years, led by head coach Billy Ball, has run the straight T or wing T as they're in now. The wing is off to the right side. Ravalia takes the snap. Goes right up the middle to the fullback. Makes a bunch of fakes. Who's the carrier? Edmondson on the carry. Number 40, who's the fullback. Gets about 3 yards. 3rd and 3. Exeter has most of their linemen go to the point of attack. Off the linemen usually go downfield with the tight end looking for a cutback and a cutback block downfield. We have a wing right. Exeter 3rd and 3 from their own 21-yard line. Ravalia rolls to the right, throws to the outside, and a great play by number 21, Tyler Armin, who was all over the receiver. Armin, number 84. It's a quick out to Nathan McDonald, number 84. It's incomplete. It's 4th down and 4 for Exeter. They're in punt formation. Punting, baby. Zach Ravalia, the quarterback, punting. It's a nice high punt all the way down to the Nashua 35-yard line, where is a fair catch right there by Armin. Nashua South will start. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the first period. First quarter, I should say. We're not playing hockey here. My colleague liked that one. Number 12, Chris Keefe gets the play. South huddles up. They usually don't huddle, maybe when it's a timeout or a first down in the series, so they get their play straight. We have a trips left, and the quarterback gets a snap out of the spread. Goes right. Keeper's rolling to the left side. Another whistle right in the middle of the play. It looked like a read option by Chris Keefe. Sometime in there, the whistle blew. I'm not sure if he blew it during the play or before the snap. But that's the second time Keefe has had a nice run to the outside, whistle dead on some type of flag. And Keefe is not too happy right now. He's talking to the ref. We're trying to figure that out now. Never seen whistles stopped in the middle of the play. Inadvertent whistle, perhaps? Inadvertent whistle. Looks like the ref might have sneezed while the whistle was in his mouth. That happens. I've been there before myself. And the play stopped. And it's too bad. Keefe would have had a nice gain to the outside. Now the strips to the right side. Keefe's in the backfield. Compo to his right. Spread formation. Compo rolls to his right. My mistake. Keefe rolls to his right. Quarterback keeper. Nice hit out there by number 20, Spencer Clark. Made a nice hit out there on Chris Keefe, who likes to run the ball out of that quarterback position. He's doing his best Harris imitation over there at North on the other side of the city. To the left goes Jason Compo in the slot. Tyler Armin is slotted to the right. We have a double slot formation. Running back to the left of the quarterback. In motion goes number 34. Looks like a quarterback read option. Handoff to Compo up the middle. He gets about 2 yards. Connor Roswell, hope I said that right, was in motion that time from the right slot to the left. He's a sophomore for Nashua South. 3rd and 6 for South. We have trips to the left. Quarterback Chris Keefe, Compo to his left in the backfield out of the spread. Goes back to pass, looking downfield. Now he runs to the right side, having trouble. Throws, intercepted by number 19, John Rogers for Exeter, right around the 50-yard line. He runs it to the 40. 1-5. Jaden Cleach made that pick. My apologies. Tom King left me his binoculars. Maybe I start using them, get the numbers out here. But anyway, regardless, it was a great play by the Exeter defensive back. Looked like the receiver was open. Open. Exeter comes out of the huddle. Straight T formation, double tight end. They're a control the ball type of offense. power to the left. Cleese cuts back to the right. Now he back to the left. Rumbling and stumbling down to the 16-yard line of Nashua South. Not sure who had the ball there for a minute, but it was Jaden Cleese. It's a great fake by quarterback Ryan Gravalia. And it happens a lot with Exeter. It's tough to see who has the ball. You can imagine what it is for the defense out there. Follow the guys. You got that correct. Exeter out of the ball. Double tight end. Straight T backfield. Pulling to the left side is guard. I believe it's number 68. John Wibble pulls to the left. Cleese gets about a yard. It's second down and 10. Second down, 10 yards, give or take. Exeter takes up all the time they need. They do what they do. We have a slot right. Tight ends to both sides. Straight trap right up the middle to Edmiston. He gets about 4 yards. Third and 8 for Exeter. At the Nashua, looks like 19-yard line. Do I have that right? No, 13-yard line. Thank you. There's so many leaves on the field here. Being the landscaper that I am, I've been blowing leaves all day. I'm seeing them in my sleep, so that's the problem we're having now. Anyway, Exeter got a wide receiver to the right, slot to the right. Kind of an unusual formation. Grivaldi goes back to pass, rolls to his right side, looking for a receiver, decides to run, runs out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. Tackle made by number 81 for Nashua, Kyle O'Connor, senior tight end, defensive end. It'll be fourth down, I'm sorry, and about, possibly about 5 yards. Grivaldi was looking to pass that time. Is that the field goal team coming out? We have a whole separate group. No, I think it's the field goal team, Mr. Roby. Love those trick plays as we do. Number 21 is the holder. That's Tanner Casey. Nolan Elmore attempting a field goal from the right hash. It'll be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. Snap is back. Ball down. Kick is up. It's long enough. It is through the pipes and good. So with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we have the Exeter Bluehawks 3, Nashua South Panthers nothing. Turnovers will be huge in this game as both teams do a ball control. That was the first turnover of the game on a nice interception by Jason Cleese. For Exeter, right around midfield. They drove it up and got the field goal. Nice defensive stand. Thanks to number 81, Kyle O'Connor, running the quarterback out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Good play by the defensive backs, Nashua South, covering the Exeter receivers. And they will kick off from their 40-yard line to Nashua South going deep. It's 26, Josh Campo, and number 21, Tyler Armin. The speedsters. 27 is Jason Campo. He's in middle deep, right around the 20-yard line. I believe they're brothers, if not cousins, but I know they're related anyway. I've heard these names around here for a couple of years now. Kickoff in the 40 is long and deep. It goes to Campo. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Armin. 5, the 10, the 20-yard line, 25, cuts inside, 30, cuts outside to the 30, 35, out to the 40-yard line, taken out of bounds at the 43-yard line by number 17, Nolan Elmore makes the big hit. Nice run back by Tyler Armin, number 21. And we have a few complaints in the booth about holding, about someone being pushed down the field. Without the replay in front of me, we weren't sure, but Nash was called for holding. Ball goes back to their own 21-yard line after a nice return by Tyler Armin. First and 10 for the Panthers. Chris Keith has a double slot for him, actually a wing right and a slot to the left. Compo to the quarterback's right. 27 is Compo. The other Compo running all the way out to the 25-yard line of Nashua South. That was Jason Compo with the carry.
Brought down by number 73,
Sam Croft with the tackle. Nashua's back into the, we got a wing to a slot to the left with a tight end and a wide out, a flanker. You could call it trips. Wide receiver to the right. Quarterback Chris Keefe in the backfield with Compo to his left. Snap is back. Keefe rolls to the left. Looks like a quarterback sweep being led by Compo. He's run out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Looks like it'll be third down, and about 2 yards to go for first down. Keefe has some speed back there. He can run. He had Jason Compo leading the way for him that time. 22, Jacob Smith is wide to the left. We have trips to the right, but O'Connor is tight end. Keefe takes the snap. He just takes it, runs right up the middle. Nowhere, hit by a wall of white shirts. Close to the first down. Jason Roby over there. The announcer thinks we have it. Depends where the spot is. Keefe running with a little bit of power there. And yes, he gets the first down. There was no faking all that time. Keefe just took it, put his head down, went straight ahead. Right behind his offensive line. Now Keefe's in the backfield. We have trips to the right with a tight end, slot right. Takes the snap, hands right up the middle, right up the gut to Compo, and he gets about a yard. That was Josh Compo. 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Clock is running in the left to go in the first quarter. Josh Compo comes out for a play. Jason Compo goes to the backfield, and who comes in there? It looks like number 33. After he puts his mouthpiece in, I can see his number. I believe it's number 33, Zach Euro, but I'm not sure. Keefe gets the snap, fakes the, no, hands off the, I believe it's number 33. It is 34, Connor Roswell. Oh, that was 33. I got Zach Euro on the carry. Gets about 3 or 4 yards. 3rd and 5 from the Nashua 36-yard line. Keefe looking to get the play in the backfield with him is Josh Campo, number 26. Number 27, Jason Compo, goes slotted to the right side. Tight end O'Connor's to the right also. Running back is to the left of Keefe. Takes the snap, looks to pass, goes back to pass. Looks like a quarterback draw, goes up the middle. Nice hit by number 73 for Exeter, who stayed right there. Sam Cross, big Sam Cross, 5'9", 280. Prevented Keefe from making a big gain around that quarterback draw. Not sure if it was designed as a draw, but I possibly couldn't find any receivers downfield and turn it into a draw. But anyway, regardless, great play. Tackle by the Exeter defense. Nash is back to punt. It's a bad snap. Over the head of the punter. He's back to the 5-yard line. Somehow gets it off. Lands at his own 40. Down right at the 40-yard line by O'Connor. And I got to give Jacob Smith a lot of credit. The snap went over his head. He ran down to his own 5, turned around with two Exeter players right in his face. Got the punt off somehow and saved a terrible situation for South. Now, instead of being on the 5-yard line, all with a blocked punt going into the end zone, Exeter's now starting at the Nashua South 50-yard line. 1st and 10. I'm sorry, the 40. Thank you for that correction. They're in a slot right, double tight end. Long count. Pretty much a straight sweep to number 40, the fullback, Derek Edmiston. Gets about a yard. Connor Rosell with the tackle. So they swept away from the slot on the right side. They had an extra blocker there. They try to go to the weak side on that one. I'll get it right this time. Edmiston. Derek Edmiston. Edmiston is at the fullback. They're in a straight T formation, double tight end at the Nashua 40-yard line. Rabaya back to pass, looks downfield, hits the tight end right around the 31-yard line. Number 89, Charlie Lupo. Unknown if he's any relation to our Lupo, plays for Bishop Girton. Rabaya took a deep drop from that T formation. Waited for that play to develop. Made a nice pass to the tight end. Charlie Lupo. No, they're passing. They don't fool anybody. They go right back. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Exeter at the Nashua 32-yard line once we trade sides. Now Exeter are going from my right to my left. The score after the first quarter: Exeter 3, Nashua South nothing.
Students, faculty, parents, friends of Nashua Athletics, please be sure to check out the Nashua South Athletics website.
We don't pause for a message from our sponsor at this point, do we? We could find someone to sponsor. You know what? Forget sponsoring. Find the charity of your choice, people, and get out there and donate to it. And be kind to each other. How many times are we going to say that? All the things going on in this world, in the school, be kind to each other. Donate to a charity. Do something good. If you don't play football, cheer for your football team. If your football team hasn't won a game, cheer for them anyway. Get out there. They're having the time of their lives. Back in 1973, I had the time of my life when we were 1-8. So that's the way it goes sometimes. And we still, Thanksgiving weekend, get together with our team. And I'll hold, I wonder, it's going back about 40 some odd years, I forgot. But anyway, let's get back to the game. We got Exeter in a straight T formation, 3rd and 2. Gravaya gets the snap. Power to the right side, hands off to, oh, it's pretty close to the first down. Handed off to Spencer Clark on a nice little power run. Pretty close to the first down. It's 4-down territory here, I'm pretty sure. It looks like it's 4th and about an inch. Nope, they're calling it a first down. 1st and 10 from the Nashua South 30-yard line. They gave him the first down. At least there wasn't any flags. Well, like I said, sometimes you get an inadvertent whistle. Anyway, Exeter comes out with a slot double tight ends, wing to the right side. Gravaya under center, takes the snap, straight handoff right up the middle. Goes Edmiston all the way down to, whoa, breaks the tackle, who's down to the Nashua 10-yard line. A quick McDivitt and Campos on the tackle, and a quick hitter by Edmiston right up the middle. Exeter first down at the Nashua South 10-yard line. That quick hitter is so quick, and the other backs are going the other way. You never know who's getting the ball. Straight T formation again. Gravaya under center. Looks like he's going to keep the ball to the right side. Gravaya to the 9, to the 5. Spins around to the 4-yard line. Heck of a fake. Faked us up here in the booth. It looked I don't blame you. Our spotter was there. I thought number 42 had it, but it was a nice play by quarterback Gravaya to get down to the Nashua 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Tough to see who's got the ball up here, especially from this distance. We got binoculars, and it's still tough to see who's got the ball down there. Exeter breaks the huddle. Gravaya going under center. We have a wing to the right, double tight end. Gravaya takes the snap. Hands off tackle on a power to number 22, Spencer Clark. Goes right down to the 1-yard line of Nashua. It's 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
3rd down and goal from just outside the 1.
We're in 4-down territory. I don't think Exeter, with the running team they have, will go for a field goal if they don't get this touchdown. Nashua's got 9 men on the line, and quick hit, a quarterback sneak by Gravaya, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Exeter. Brian Gravalia with the touchdown.
Exeter score.
That's even a quicker hitter when he hands off to Edmiston. Extra point attempt with 9:38 left to go in the second quarter.
Nolan Elmore to attempt the extra point.
Nolan Elmore. Extra point attempt from about the 10-yard line. Snap ball. Ball is up, and it is good.
Elmore's kick is up.
The players come up the field. 9:38 to go in the second quarter. First half.
0, Exeter 10.
Exeter 10, Nashua South nothing. This is a big series for South coming up with 9:38 left. They could use a nice drive here. Chris Keefe has done a good job, quarterback, running the ball so far. He's got the Compost brothers. Tyler Armin. I don't see a wind direction now. Looks like the wind has died during the start of the game. It was blowing like crazy, 40, 50 miles an hour all game, as you can probably see the leaves in the field. I should have brought my backpack blower down, Jason, like I did once for one of the North games, but got rid of the leaf. I got snow off the field one year. But it's a little chilly out there. Josh Campo and Tyler Armin back deep. Jason Campo deep in the middle around the 20-yard line. Exeter gets ready to kick off. Number 17, Nolan Elmore ready to kick off. Here we go. Kick is long and deep right down the middle. It's going to. He tried to catch it over Campo, try to catch it over his head. Ball goes into the end zone, and he downs it for a touchback. That's something you got to be very careful with. Once it hits, well, once it goes past 10 yards, it's a free ball. The ball went off the top of Joshua Campo's hands, and we had an Exeter player sprinting down the field, but Campo got to the ball and downed it in the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Nashua South at their own 20-yard line. We have another penalty. It looks like a clip on one of the Nashua South players there. Penalties are killing South right now in their field position. So they'll be walking that back a little bit from where the spot of the ball is, which is the 20-yard line.
Block on Nashua South will bring them back.
Right now they're losing the game of field position to Exeter. You cannot do that with this Exeter football team. South's going to turn it around. They have to turn it around right now. It's 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. There's a block below the waist on a kick return. Can't do that like the old days. Can't do that like the old days. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 10-yard line. They huddle up. Chris Keefe calls the play. Nashua comes out of the huddle. Number 81, Kyle O'Connor, goes tight end left. We got a full house backfield. Wing to the right side. Handoff goes to Compost, right up the middle. Bunch of Exeter tacklers right there at the 12-yard line. My apologies if I don't know which Compost has the ball, Jason or Joshua. It was Jason with the ball that time. You got both of them in the backfield. I think they're going full house backfield again, perhaps. No, we're going trips to the right. Trips to the right. Compost goes back to the backfield. Now we got a full house backfield with Keefe taking the snap. Hands off to Compost. Off tackle to the left side. Gets a couple of yards. It's a nice fake by Keefe. It looks like he had the ball. I think if Keefe kept the ball, he might have had a good bootleg to the side. But 3rd and 7. Looks like South is going to a more power backfield here. Trying to get some running yardage. Running towards that tight end O'Connor, who is a monster over there at, he doesn't have his height and weight here, but he's good 6'2" something. Trips to the left once again. Keefe gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass downfield. Throws the ball over the middle, intercepted by number 15. Cleach again, runs to the right side of the 20, the 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line. Jaden Cleach with another interception. At around the 40-yard line, the left hash mark, he took it all the way down to the right side. And right now, Nashua South's in big trouble.
Brought down by number 54, Charlie Collins.
Charlie Collins with the tackle.
Will set up shop first and
Offensive lineman made the tackle to save a touchdown. As Jaden Cleach is having one heck of a game right now for Exeter. Field position is everything. That's right. First and goal for Exeter. They have a wing to the right, double tight end. Gravalia calling signals, takes the snap. Hands it straight up the middle to Edmiston.
Edmiston
On a trap.
on the carry, brought down by number 33.
Zach Huro with the tackle. But he
Second
gets about
down and
5
goal.
yards, second and goal from the 1-yard line. Last time they were down there, Gravalia kept it right up the middle and for a quarterback sneak. He gets the play from head coach Billy Ball, or one of his offensive assistants. Straight T, there's not much plays to go with. It's trap, it's power, it's dive, it's quarterback sneak. We got a wing to the right, double tight end. Gravalia takes the snap. Looks like a power to the right. 22, Spencer Clark is in for the touchdown. I think if Gravalia kept the ball, he would have been in for the touchdown. Wasn't sure who had it for a minute there, but brings it to Exeter 16, Nashua South nothing, with 7 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the first half. And turnovers and penalties right now have been the difference. Number 17, Nolan Elmore with the extra point attempt. Snap is back, good snap, ball is down. Kick is, looks like it's right through the uprights. It is good. Teams come back upfield with 7 minutes, 26 seconds left. Exeter about to kick off again with the score 17-0. And Nashua South has to turn it around right now. Because you don't want to fall behind on Exeter, because they'll just control the ball and kill the clock on you. Which they have fell behind. You don't want to fall too far behind them. Nashua South needs to drive the field right now and get on that board before the halftime. Tom King will be back with us shortly as soon as he gets thanks for the warning, yeah. And Tommy's down doing some interviews, I think, downstairs. I welcome him back. I've had some great spotters up here. I appreciate it, fellas. Elmore is going to kick off. Deep again is Armin, who had a great run back. A few kickoffs back there, but it was brought back for a penalty. The two Compost brothers are back deep. Elmore's been kicking deep to Armin all game. Let's see where he goes this time. He runs up. Kick is long and deep. Goes to Armin at the 9-yard line. The 10, the 20, 25, 30. Flags are flying everywhere. Armin's down at the 30-yard line, but we got flags everywhere. We had a, looks like we had more than one block in the back there. I'm not sure who it was down there, but yes, that was flagged. The first or the second or the third. Holding in South or block on the back, we're not sure what it was, but Nashua South continues to quick draw a little gun out of their holster right into their foot. Shooting themselves into the foot. But we know what they can do. They're 6-2 for a reason. They can come back. 22, Jacob Smith goes wide to the left. 27, Jason Campos is slotted to the left side. Tight end, O'Connor is to the, looks like he's out this play. Handoff goes right up the middle to Campo. Jason Campo right up the middle for a yard or two. Tackled by number 51, Dayton Christensen. 5'11", 215-pound linebacker. He is one tough cookie up there in that middle. Someone's been in the weight room, and it hasn't just been Christensen. I'll tell you that right now. These Exeter kids are built. Not as big as they've been in the past, though. Double slot, we got a wing in motion. 34 goes in motion, gets the handoff. Connor Roswell is tackled by number 10, Ali Ellis.
Tripped up by number 10, Yuli Ellis.
Yuli or Ully? I think we call him Yuli. Got a bunch of nicknames out of both his first and second name, not that I'm making fun of him. Nice play by number 10, though, regardless. South goes trips to the right. Number 21, Armin, comes in for number 34, Roswell, who limps off a little bit after that hit. Trainer Ali Bowe, we're going to take a look at him. Nope, he waves her off. He's just going to limp it off. Trips to the right. Keefe is back to pass. He's looking downfield. Throws over the middle to Compost. Almost intercepted.
Ball intended for number 27, Jason.
Nice play by number 21, Tanner Casey. But
incomplete.
Compost just missed that one. It was a little bit high.
10, the Panthers.
Could have been caught. Tough play for him. Regardless, it's incomplete, and it's 4th and 10. Nashua's back to punt.
Smith punt.
Jacob Smith back to punt for Nashua South. 6 minutes left to go in the first half here at Stellos Stadium. Snap is back. Punt is a line drive downfield, lands right around midfield, taken on one hop by number 15 for Cleach. Jaden Cleach made a nice play, took the bounce and just ran right to the outside down to the 36-yard line of Nashua South. 6 minutes to go. This is what Exeter plays for. Get a lead, run the ball, kill the clock. Get a lead, run the ball, kill the clock.
7-yard line.
1st and 10 from the Nashua South 32-yard line. Exeter breaks the huddle, straight T formation. Nashua with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're in a cover 0, no safeties out there. 7-man line. Handoff to the left side is Cleach. Once again, gets about 5 yards off to the left tackle. Tackle made by minute 73, Nathan Zazzle. Zalzel. Bravalia gets the play from the sideline. Nashua has no safety right now. They got to stop the run, so they have 7 men on the line of scrimmage with 4 linebackers. Straight T formation. Bravalia with the single calling. Off tackle to the left to number 15, Jaden Cleach. My fault on the non-name. Didn't quite see the number from here. Cleach makes a nice run to the off tackle to the left. Gets a first down, tackled by O'Connor. Down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks from the Nashua South 20-yard line. 5 minutes and 3 seconds left. Exeter takes their time. Like I said, they get a lead, they take their time, they run the ball, they kill the clock. That's exactly what they're doing now. Exeter from the straight T formation, double tight end once again. Bravalia calling signals, taking his time. Hands off tackle. Number 10, Yuli Ellis.
Ball carried by number 10, Yuli Ellis.
5-6 yard gain. Bravalia could have kept the ball that time too, I think, and I think he's probably telling his coach that too. If he kept the ball, he might have went free into the end zone. Remember, the Blue Hawks, if the play goes to the right, those left tackle, left tight end, they're running downfield to hit the safety on that right side for the cutback. Haven't needed it right now. They're just going up the middle and off tackle. Straight T formation. Bravalia calling signals. Takes the ball, hands off tackle to Cleach.
Again on the carry.
Down to the, looks like the 9-yard line, pretty close to a first down. Close enough to a measurement.
Smith, 26, Josh Campo.
First down inside the 10-yard line. It is 1st and goal for the Exeter Blue Hawks as the clock ticks away. 9-yard line. 1st and goal from the 9 for the Exeter Blue Hawks. We welcome back Tom King. He just waved Tom right now.
Not a good night for the home team. That's for sure.
We still have a second half, of course. Big stop here. This is a huge stop here, Tom.
This is, and they had one down here on the other side when they forced them to go for the field goal. So we'll see But they are having a hard time picking up the ball.
Well, Kalish is having a heck of a game.
Yeah.
There goes Kalish. Number 10. Is that number 10? Yes, it is.
10, yeah.
Uli Ellis, off tackle to the right.
Exeter touchdown.
If Gravalia did tell his coach, hey, let me keep it, coach, I'll go in, they said, nope. The off tackle's wide open, take it in. And that's what they did. They're getting 5-6 yards a pop, going off tackle, even with Nashua with a 7-8 man line. That's the way Exeter plays football. It's now Exeter 23, South nothing. Extra point attempt by Elmore. Snap is back. Ball is down and is right through the uprights.
Kick is up and it is good. With 3:25 to play here in the first half.
3:25 left to go in the first half. Exeter 24, Nashua South 0. Well, you got to wonder. This is a huge game for South in terms of their confidence going to Exeter next week. Win or lose, they're going to Exeter. We've already discussed that.
Right.
They're going to be second in the division. But this has got to hurt their confidence the way they've been going now. If they can turn it around this second half, Tom King, make a game of it the second half and go in there with some momentum next Saturday, that's going to be huge. We shall see.
Difficult team to prepare for.
Absolutely. You never know who has the ball. Elmore's back to kick again. We have number 21, Tyler Armin, deep to the right. Joshua Campos deep to the left. Jason Campo in the middle. I keep calling him Campos. I apologize to the Campo family.
Campo.
I'll try not to do that. Campo, I'm sorry. I got it right now. Kick is long and deep to Armin once again at the 8-yard line. 15, out to the 20, goes to the sideline. 25, knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
And the 2 penalties on kickoff
by number 50
have hurt them where they've started.
Robert
Really
Siegel. Yes, the penalties have just
no
killed South.
Yep, definitely.
Bad snap from center, some penalties, 2 interceptions, and that's what happens. Exeter takes over the game from there. They don't make many mistakes, Tom King, the Exeter Blue Hawks.
Be sure to get down to the booster tables and pick up your 50-50 raffle tickets.
We got the
We'll have some folks walking around selling those tickets, so wave them
okay.
down. Purchase your 50-50
South comes out of the huddle. They're in. O'Connor, tight end to the left, slot to the left side. Running back. Keefe takes the snap. Quarterback Keefe hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard.
Keep on the keeper. Tripped up by number 22.
Straight quarterback keeper. The 26, Josh Campo comes out. 33, Zachy Hero comes in. We got tight end right, slot to the right side. Keefe gets the snap, runs straight up the middle. Hit by number 95, Oscar Weed. 6'3", 190-pound defensive end. It was a straight run. Oh, wait a minute.
Number 51, David Christensen.
Christensen also in on the tackle. So Nashua South is 3rd and 8 from their own 33-yard line. The clock is ticking with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the half. I think South wants to get through this half without any more mistakes. Exeter. Is Keefe rolling to the left side. Campo makes a block.
Should be first down.
It's close to the first down. Keefe dives right near the 40-yard line.
They came up, made a good tackle. Didn't see who it was, but he closed the gap and came up and low bridged him.
Tripped up by the 22, Spencer Clark.
He looked like he was headed there.
Yeah, it was a nice play by him. I mean, it's 61.
Just did not
Christian Hanna made the hit.
Did not get there soon.
It's 4th and 1, and at this point, even with a minute 40 left, the clock is ticking. South should let this thing run out. They have to punt. Deep for Exeter is number, is that Jaden Cleach back deep? It's a
bad kick.
Bad kick off the foot.
Side of his foot.
Lands at the about 6 yards to the 45-yard line.
This is going to be interesting because we're going to see whether or not Exeter.
Jacob Smith, the ball went off the side of his foot.
We're going to see whether Exeter can score in 1:15 because they go very methodically.
They are very methodical, Tom. And if they need either big gainers off tackle like they've been running, or they may have to put it in the air if they want to score again before the half. We shall see. 1:16 left. Usually that's good for about a play and a half for Exeter. They take their time. They come to the line. There's a full house backfield as usual. Revier under center. At the Nashua 44-yard line. Snap right up the middle. Right up the middle goes, is it Alex Mitchell?
Edmiston on the carry.
That's right, it was Edmondson. It was Edmondson. Edmondson and right up the middle as the clock ticks. Down to a minute.
About a yard on the play.
Number 22 comes out and number 10 comes in. Number 10, Ellis, who scored the last touchdown for Exeter on a power off tackle to the right side. Revier comes out to the huddle. Looks like they'll get one more play in. There's about 43 seconds. The clock's ticking. They got a wing to the right. Revier under center, taking his time. Gets the call. Snap ball off the right tackle to Ellis again. Stopped at the 45-yard line. And number 34, Connor Roswell, as the clock winds down. Is Exeter trying to get one more play in? Clock is ticking.
Make that Huey Ellis on the carry, brought down by number 34.
And it looks like Exeter's going to either let the clock run out. If they're taking the time in the huddle, they're high-fiving, fist pumping, and the clock will run out on the half. Yeah, they're playing next week. They don't want to toss it up maybe, but and that's the end of the first half of play. Score at halftime, Exeter 24, Nashua South nothing. We will take a short break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Maybe Tom King will be back, we hope. I miss his pretty face. Had it in front of me last week, so I didn't remember and call him John, who's now in Tampa. Exeter's walking off the field, and we will see you soon.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to recognize the senior members of the Nashua South Band and display their pictures on the scoreboard. Mr. Coronis and the South Band family would like to thank you for 4 fantastic years of dedication and service to the Nashua South community. Will the following seniors please step forward to be recognized? First, we have senior Todd Arndorfer. Next, we have senior Benjamin Clark. Next up is senior James Dykeman. Next, we have senior Joshua Gilmet. Next up is senior Andrew Gow. Next, we have senior Lexus Heavy. Next is senior Jesse Clapp. Next up, senior Colby Clyde. Next is senior Cameron Melee. Next is senior Anna Siebert. Next up is senior Alanya Talerski. And next we have senior Grace Wang. Congratulations to the members of the Nashua South High School Marching Band. Best of luck, seniors. Let's give them a hand one more time.
Hopefully this will break in half on its way, and it'll be 3.
completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education.
No one receives a diploma alone.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. We have a few minutes before the start of the second half. And how can we talk about the first half without acknowledging the Nashua South Purple Panthers band? They gave us a great halftime show playing the James Bond theme, Skyfall, medley of Die Another Day, and Live and Let Live. Live and Let Die. It was a recap from the James Bond theme. And people I'm talking about it, but you can't give the band enough credit. They work hard, and their steps were on. And I lived near a junior high. Actually, I lived near Bishop Girton High School, and I hear them practicing all the time. But great show by the Nashua High Band on senior night. And the score now here is Exeter 24, South nothing. It's been pretty much a game of penalties, field position, and turnovers, all against Nashua South, who has had some problems getting things together. I've talked to Tom earlier, and this was a huge second half coming up, and because next week Nashua South will play Exeter in the first round of the playoffs. Exeter has only been in one close game all year, that against Nashua North up on the other side of the city, where Nashua North beat them by a score of 31-28 on a last-second field goal. And every other game by Exeter, who runs a straight T ball control offense, has been pretty much a blowout. But today, without the penalties, a bad snap punt, a punt off the side of the foot, field position has been terrible for South with penalties and blocks in the backs and holdings, and then a couple of nice interceptions by Jaden Cleach over at Exeter. And the kickoff starts. We'll start in the second half. Cleach again with the ball, 15. Big hit by number 52 for Nashua. That is Garrett Fleury, the senior, who's a linebacker on the defense. And I tell you, this Jaden Cleach has had a great game. 2 interceptions earlier in the first half. And we don't have stats on the running game, but Exeter has just walked pretty much easily from the great field position they've gotten. They drove the field once, but stopped and ended up kicking a field goal. But how can I go any further without acknowledging people from hundreds of miles away listening to the broadcast? Bruce Rhodes way down there in South Carolina, and Bill Moore way down there in Florida, and Kevin Kelly down at Deerfield Academy, football coach. Out comes Exeter in a straight T offense with a double tight end. Gravalia takes the snap. There's a power to the left side. Goes to, I think it's number 22, Spencer Clark. Nice play by the Nashua defense, who've pretty much had 7 or 8 men on the line with 3 or 4 linebackers and no safeties, trying to stop that running game of Exeter. It's pretty much a ball control running game, old school. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Unfortunately, the field is rubberized, so it's 3 yards in a cloud of black rubber. I don't know. Anyway, that's the way they played for years under longtime coach Bill Ball. Hall of Famer, I'm sure, if he isn't one already. They named the field after him, yes, in Exeter. Ryan Gravalia. We have a wing right. Handoff goes to number 10, Ellis, who's had a good game himself. Gains about 5 yards out to the 36-yard line of Exeter. It'll be 3rd and 4. Uli Ellis has had a good game, the 5'10", 170-pound running back for Exeter, along with Jaden Cleach. And we got Derek Edmiston is the fullback. He's done the power game. And look for Gravalia to keep the ball on one of these plays one of these times, because he could be wide open to the outside. Okay, we have a double tight end. We have a wing to the right side. Exeter going from my right to left. Gravalia takes the snap. Hands off tackle to Ellis. Breaks the tackle, almost breaks it out to the, gets about 6 yards out to the 49-yard line, right around midfield. He was tripped up by Benjamin Levine. If he didn't get that trip up, he was gone. There was no safety back there as they have stacked the line of scrimmage to stop that running game. That fine offensive line of Exeter has opened up some holes, and we all know they all point at the point of attack unless it's the lineman away from the play. They go downfield to hit the deepest part linebacker or safeties. Okay, we have a full house backfield. Gravalia hands right up to Edmondson, right up the middle. Oh, it's number 9, my bad. It's Owen Roth, backup fullback in for Edmondson. He gets about 3-4 yards on a quick hitter. The 5'9", 175 running back, Owen Roth. Derek Edmiston, number 40, has been playing fullback most of the first half. Exeter's just taken, this is Exeter football. They are taking their time. A 6'4" defense, yes. 8 men on the line of scrimmage pretty much. Off tackle, number 15, Jaden Cleach, off tackle to the left, gets about 10 yards down to the 49-yard line. I'm sorry, 44-yard line down of Nashua. 7-4 defense, yes. It's a 7-man line. There's an old saying, and I'm talking to Coach Jason Roby here, who I coached with for years, who had the pleasure of having me on his staff. If you can't stop a run with a 6, you go to a 7. You can't stop with a 7, you go to an 8. If you can't stop with an 8, you go to a 9. Personally, I'd throw then at that point, but that's just me. Full house backfield for Exeter. Then you end up in the booth. Gravalia with a quick hitter to Edmiston. That's it, yeah. Yes, Jason Roby just made a nice crack. And doesn't he, it's like he's dumping on me, I'm in the booth, but who's in the booth with me? Jason Roby's right next to me. And great head coach at North over the years, and I had the pleasure of working with him. And he's now the PA announcer here. Once in a while we do a game. We did a baseball game together this summer. We had fun. I don't know how we filled in 3.5 hours of talking, but we did. And Exeter's at the 2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line of Nashua. Full house backfield. Gravalia calling signals, takes the snap, hands off tackle. Can't tell who is going, but Ellis on the carry. I got to tell you, look for Gravalia on a keeper on one of these. But outside on that left side is Tyler Armin, who's had a pretty good game for South himself. Ryan Gravalia, the quarterback, pretty much runs to the sideline, gets the play. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. We phonetically spelled it here. Full house backfield again. Gravalia signals. Hands off for a quick hitter right up the middle to number 9, Owen Roth. That was a quick hitter with a bunch of fakes in the backfield. He gets about 12 yards down to the Nashua 27-yard line. Ben Levine on the tackle once again. But the one thing you can't do on defense, and all of us know that, is you cannot watch what the quarterback's doing with all the backs because they're going in different places. And that particular one was a quick hitter to the fullback. Exeter's always looking to cut back against the grain once he breaks that second tier, because that's where the blockers are coming from the opposite side. Again, they're in a full house backfield. Gravalia calling signals. Nashua in an 8-man line. It's the off tackle left to number, looks like, who was that?
Ball carried by number 47, Danny Doris.
Danny Doris on the carry. 5'10", 215-pound running back. I remember that. Jason Roy made a good point. When we practiced for Exeter coming into the game, we didn't use a football, so everybody knew where to go and what man to take. Tackle everybody. Similar to the wishbone back in the 70s. Exeter, again, full house backfield, ball control offense. Gravalia hands off to number 10, Ellis. And Gravalia runs off to the right to his head coach, Bill Ball, to get the next play. If he kept the ball, he probably could have kept running.
Stacked up on the right side.
But I digress. I've said that more than once. 5 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Clock is ticking, and Exeter's playing Exeter football right now. Ball control. Take their time. Ryan Gravalia, probably a distance runner in the spring because he runs to the sideline every time he gets the play. Unlike the newfangled spread offenses that get the play called in using wristbands, etc. He's under out of a full house offense. Hands off to number 47. That's Danny Doris again for a couple yards.
Carry by number 47, Danny Doris.
Looks like he's pretty close to a first down. Nope, it's 4th and 1. Yep, 4th down and 1. Huge game for South right now.
It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard.
4th down and less than a yard. Gravalia gets the play
Some noise out there, Panther fans.
from Billy Ball. His offensive line is doing a fantastic job, led by center. I wish I could see his number. I apologize for you Exeter fans out there. Full house backfield. Gravalia under center. Calling signals. Quarterback, keeper right to the right side, and he gets the first down. Nice quick right step by Gravalia. Went right over the right guard. Gets about 3 yards for the first down for Exeter as they keep the sticks moving and the clock ticking. Four minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Gravalia gets the play from the sideline. Yeah, it is a typical 8-minute drive. Class act over there, Coach Billy Ball. Respected by many. Coaches, players, people in the booth, newspaper people, you name it. It's a great coach, great legend over there in Exeter. Gravalia taking his time under center with a full house backfield. Gets the snap. Hands off to the right to Ellis, number 10. Rushes down, stumbles all the way down to the Nashua, about the 9-yard line. Flags go up. Not sure what happened there. Words were spoken or something happened in there in the scrum right around the 10-yard line. Refs are talking about it now. Ellis has had a good game running off tackle. He's got a touchdown today. And I got to give Ryan Gravalia credit. Makes some great fakes in the backfield. Personal foul on Nashua South. Another penalty on Nashua South. The frustration is growing for Scott Knight and his crew. As looks like we're going half the distance to the goal at the Nashua 5-yard line. First and goal from the 5. This has been a good 5-minute drive at least, with 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. They're taking their time using up the whole clock. Ryan Gravalia jogs in from the sideline. Done a fine job at quarterback tonight. Making his fakes in the backfield. Nobody knows who has the ball. Full house backfield, 3 backs, 2 halfbacks and a fullback in the middle. Gravalia under center, calls the play from the 5-yard line. Takes the snap, steps to his right, hands off tackle. Rumbling into the end zone is number 47, Danny Doris, into the end zone. He's a 5'10", 215-pound junior who runs hard. And that's another touchdown. It is now Exeter 30, Nashua South nothing. Nice long drive by Exeter, I'm sorry. Drove down the field on Nashua South, helped by a penalty. Kick is down, and it is off to the right.
Ball may have been partially blocked, and it is no good. With 3:13 to play here in the
It's the first miss by Nolan Elmore all day. It's a possibility that it was somebody got a hand on it. We're not sure, but it went a little bit off to the right side. And players come back up the field. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Exeter 30, Nashua South nothing. Exeter looking to go 8-1. They have the West clinched, the West Division of NHIAA football. And second is the 4-5 team, Portsmouth. whereas the East, Exeter's from the East, whereas the West is led by Nashua North, who is undefeated, but they're 0-0 right now from what I just heard. And second, third, and fourth is South, Merrimack, and BG. If BG and Merrimack wins and South loses, they're all tied at 6-3, but South has the tiebreaker at this point. Kickoff by Elmore is deep, way down to number 29, Tyler Amin, who falls down at the 2-yard line. Tough break. Probably should have let it go in the end zone, but he made the catch, and his feet just came right out from underneath him. So Nashua South takes the ball at the 4-yard line, their own 4-yard line. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Chris Keefe gets the play as South huddles up. With a tight end to the right, slot to the right, and flanker to the right, wide left. Keefe goes right up the middle, goes off to the right side, stumbles his way to the 10-yard line. Tripped up by number 22, Spencer Clark for Exeter. It's a nice run by Chris Keefe. 6-7-yard gain. It is 2nd and 4. Chris Keefe looks like they're in the same formation they just were in. Nope, it is a slot to the right, wide left. Tight end is to the left side. Campo to the left of Keefe. Keefe's just going to run the ball right to the left. He goes straight down the left sideline to the 15, close to the first down, 16-yard line. I believe he's got it. Straight keeper. Just hike it back to the quarterback and run to the left. They run right over. Clark makes the tackle again. Run right over the tight end, number 81, Kyle O'Connor, senior tight end. Nash was in a slot right. Keefe hands the ball to Campos. Go right up the middle. Goes to the 40, the 50, the 45, 40, down to the 30-yard line, and taken down at the 25-yard line by, it looks number 18, 26. Number 10, Yuli Ellis, who's had a heck of a game for Exeter. Huge run by Campo right up the middle. As they have, it looks like Exeter was respecting Keefe. There goes Keefe, handoff again to Campo to the left side, gets tripped up by number 10. Again, Ellis makes the play. Same play. Looks like they might, the similar play they just ran, but Campo went a little bit to the outside instead of inside. Josh Campo comes out. Jason Campo is in the backfield with Keefe. They're in a slot and flank it to the right. Motion is number 21. Nope, they fooled out the cameraman there. They faked the Campo to the right side. And Keefe went to the left, followed by number 21, Tyler Amin, who was in motion. Looks like no gain. 3rd and 9 from the 25-yard line of Exeter. South usually does not huddle. The play is called from the sideline. Quarterback Chris Keefe goes to the line, calls the blocking assignments. Campo to the right of Keefe. We have a slot to the right. Keefe rolls right to the right. He's following Campo to the sideline, to the 20, down to the 15, 14-yard line. Tackle made by number 51, Dayton Christensen. Big Dayton Christensen with another tackle. First down South from the Exeter 19-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Nashua South. It's a nice drive all the way from their 3-yard line. Aided by a nice run by Campo. and some nice runs by Chris Keefe. Okay, they're on the right hash mark. We have a slot to the right. Campo's in motion. Gets the ball. Handoff to the left off tackle, and he goes right down to the Jason Campo down to the 10-yard line. Gain of about 5. Nice fake by Keefe. He handed out to Campo, I'm sorry, that was in motion. I thought Keefe might have been bootlegging to the right, but he fooled me. The eyes aren't what they used to be back up here in the booth. Nash was in the middle of the field. They're in a straight T formation out of the shotgun. They have a double tight end. Campo goes off tackle to the left side. Sorry, Campo. Jason Campo to the carry, down to the, looks like about the 6-yard line. He'd be third and about 1. That's the end of the third quarter. Went fast with a lot of running plays. My apologies again to the Campo family, where I say Campo sometimes. But Josh and Jason Campo have been running the ball hard in this series. And that's the end of the third quarter. But Nashua South will now be going from my right to left. Score at the end of 3 quarters is Exeter 30, Nashua South 0. NHIAA rules states that once a team goes up by 35 points, it's a running clock. We up here are rooting for Nashua South to have that not happen, have them punch it in the end zone, maybe get some momentum going and get some confidence going into the playoff game next week against this very Exeter Blue Hawk team. Be in Exeter, which anybody in this booth has been Exeter playing them at the freshman JV or varsity level is a very tough place to win at. They have fans going crazy out there. The sidelines, seems like they have hundreds of players at, but everybody's dressed up for that game. Whenever you go out to Exeter, it's a tough place to play. Nashua South, 3rd down and 5 from the 5. Is it from the 5-yard line? 3rd down and about 1 from the 6-yard line of Exeter. Chris Keefe gets the call. He's in a full house backfield. They've been running with some power. You got O'Connor, the big tight end to the left side. Keefe gets the snap. That's where they're running. Campo, he's running high as he is, right over tackle. Gets about a yard, very close to the 1st down. That was Jason Campo on the carry. And that is enough for a 1st down, down to the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 4.
1st and goal for the Purple Panthers from the Exeter 4.
To show it to you, if you are on the radio or just listening, the linemen are down, but the backs all look for the side play. Chris Keefe tells the linemen they're blocking assignments out of the shotgun, takes the snap out of a full backfield. Campo, that is Jason Campo to the right off tackle, and he is in, following his brother. Touchdown, Jason Campo. I'm sorry. That was Joshua Campo. Thank you, Tom King, for correcting me. Josh Campo behind his brother Jason. Nice drive, 97-yard drive by Nashua South with 11:39 left in the game. Number 22, Jacob Smith is attempting the extra point. Snap is back, the ball is down, kick is good. 11:39, both teams come back upfield. 30, Exeter 30, Nashua South 7. I tell you, they needed that, Nashua South. 97-yard drive after Tyler Armin fell at the 3-yard line after catching the long kickoff by Nolan Elmore. Now Nashua South will be kicking off. They're hoping for a way to stop Exeter, maybe get a turnover, get that ball back in the end zone, make a game of it. Plenty of time left, 11 minutes, 39 seconds. On a very, very tough Exeter football team. Only one game, like I've mentioned before, they've been in all year. They lost to Nashua North back on September 27th, 31-28.
And I wonder, Ron, how many first-teamers are out there on defense for Exeter? That's something I'd be wondering about. But they did give up that big long run, which really boosted South with the way that Josh Campo is running. Josh Campo is the best athlete in the field for South tonight.
Absolutely. His kick is a squib kick down to the Exeter 27-yard line. Covered up by number 83, Jacob Lupo. Any relation to Charles Lupo, who was number 89? We don't know that up here in the booth, and the Exeter coaches are busy above us, so we're not going to ask them. But most likely they are brothers or cousins. And, of course, there's a Lupo for BG. There could be a relation there, too, because BG kids come from all over the state, as we know. Exeter comes out in a full house backfield, double tight end, going from my left to right from their own 27-yard line. Ravaya, hands off. Can't see the number. Was it number 40? Derek Edmiston on the carry. He doesn't get much on that one. Nice job by the Nashua South linebackers on that play. Clock is ticking. This is how Exeter controls the football game. They control the line of scrimmage, they control the clock, and that's their game.
And they're playing it perfectly tonight.
Yes, they are. Gravalia under center, full house backfield. They go off tackle to the left side. This time Gravalia keeps the ball, runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Could he have put his head down and made a couple more yards? That's a possibility, but I thought he might be keeping it eventually, because he seems like he has been wide open going on the outside. It's third down and about 7 yards to go from Exeter's own 32-yard line with 10:53 left to go in regulation. Gravalia breaks the huddle. Exeter goes to a wing left. Two running backs in the backfield. Gravalia under center. Calling signals. Takes the snap. Hands off. He's going back to pass. He's sacked. Nice play by number 27, Jason Campo.
Jake Smith is 22, and he's got a couple of shots of him run on defense. He's had a good defensive game, it seems, tonight.
It's fourth down. Exeter will be punting. Nice punt. High. Floating punt down to, who is that? Campo up to the 33-yard line.
Yep, Josh Campo didn't fair catch it.
Very, very dangerous catch. Catching a punt up high like that. He
needed probably to fair catch that ball, but he didn't. But here are the numbers on that drive that Exeter started the third quarter with. 8 minutes and 47 seconds. 14 plays, 70 yards.
14 plays, 70 yards on that last drive by Exeter. 8 minutes,
plays.
over 8 minutes they killed.
8:47.
Phenomenal. Ten minutes, 5 seconds left. Nashua South breaks the huddle. Looks like they're going into that full house shotgun backfield that's been working for their running game lately. Kiefer hands off to Campo. Campo gets about a yard. That was number 27, Jason Campo. Gain of about a yard to be 2nd and 9. Nashua from their own 34-yard line. Looks like they're going shotgun again. They're waiting for their play call from the sideline. It is a full house backfield out of the shotgun. Slot to the right, two wide outs.
Will they run it or put it in the air?
Put it option to right. Keith pitched out to Campo, who cuts upfield, gets about 2 yards.
Boy, that was a good cover by the Blue Hawk defense. They moved laterally pretty well. They felt because they felt Keith was going to run the ball.
They did, because Keith has been running the ball most of the game.
And when he pitches out, there wasn't much room for Jason Campo or Josh Campo to turn the corner.
The cornerback, number 15, I believe it was. Again, that name, Jaden Cleach, knows he's got pitch man out there. He made a nice play. And we haven't seen an option yet out of him, so for him to be disciplined like that, that's good coaching. Slot to the left side. Keefe goes back to pass. Tosses outside. Number 26, Campo, who cuts to the outside. Fighting for the first down. I think he's got it right around the 45-yard line.
It'll be close. Now let's see where they mark it.
Josh Campo from the backfield. A little down and out pattern from the backfield. It's an F for a first down. It's 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. I tell you, this formation with the full house backfield out of the shotgun has been working. They're on the left hash, but we have a slot to the left side, wide out to the right. Keefe gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's rolling to the right, looking to pass. Downfield is number 15.
Got it.
Kyle Salami. He's down to the 20, the 15, the 12, the 10-yard line, down. Tackled at the 7-yard line.
Well, you're right, Ron. That full backfield really helps out. Keefe has got a little bit more to fake with, and he bought him some time, and receiver wide open down the sideline.
Beautiful pass by Keefe, right on the money.
Yep.
That was Kyle Salami, was that not?
Yes, it was.
This stay with the full house backfield?
47-yard gain.
1st and 10 from the 1st and goal from the 9-yard line of Exeter. Full house backfield. Fake the Campo. It's an option left. Keefe keeps it and hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Might have had it.
By number 81, Sam Snow, 6'1", 190, junior from Exeter.
In my mind, Josh Campo is the guy to give it to down here.
Absolutely, Tom.
He's had the best night of any of the backs. So.
Looks like they may be going trips this side. Shotgun formation. Josh Campo is he's in motion this time. Hand off to Campo. It's an option right. Keefe's got nowhere to go. Pitches it to Campo. Gets down to the 7-yard line. Campo was a little close. He was so close to him, it was almost a pass.
And the option run to that side where you don't have a whole lot of room. That's a tough run.
Yeah, it was trips left, and they ran out of room basically for Campo.
That's just it. You run out of room. You don't run to the wide side of the field.
Big guy Kyle O'Connor coming back in for number 34, Connor Roswell. Kyle O'Connor is a big tight end for South. 6 foot something, 200 something. Full house backfield. Keefe gets the snap, hands off to Campo to the left side, who rumbles and stumbles down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's an old-time
run.
That was
Jason Campo. Old-fashioned now.
Run by Jason Campo, a 4-yard gain
it's
down to
4th
the 3.
and 3.
Yep. Oh, you
6 minutes 20. So they have to go for this right now, Tommy.
Now.
Yes, they
4th
do.
and goal from the 3-yard line. And you know what? They're going to try wide. I think if they try up the middle, they might not have a lot of room. So if I were them, I'd go wide.
Oh, they may be throwing the ball too, but you got O'Connor, tight end to the right.
Now, you know what I do? I just pitch it out to the side to Josh Campo.
Full house backfield with the 2 Campo brothers. Keefe calling signals. It's 3rd and goal from the 4. Hands off to Campo, who rumbles and stumbles very close into the end zone. Touchdown! Nashua South, Jason Campo, off tackle right behind his brother.
He had a good hold, Ron. He had 2 steps to the 1-yard line, and once you get Jason Campo to the 1-yard line, you're not going to stop.
Not going to stop him. Big, strong running back. 5 minutes, 53 seconds. South has scored the last 13 points in the quarter. And, Tommy, they needed this. What do we talk about? Confidence going into next week?
You said it at halftime. They need some confidence and needed to do some things.
22, Jacob Smith attempting the extra point. Snap is back. Ball is down. It is through the uprights, into the leaves and into the darkness. As both teams come upfield, 5 minutes, 53 seconds left in the game. Exeter 30 and Nashua South 14. Someone just said a great point, Tom. Win the quarter at this point.
Now you just have to take the victory.
Now, Tom, do you do it? Do you do an onside kick here? It's 30-14.
Why
we got 5:50 left. I say, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Break out the bag of tricks. Get back in the game. You never know what can happen. But that's just me. We got a big hello to phones are ringing here. I got a buddy way up in Caratunk, Maine listening right now. You believe that, Tom? You know what Caratunk is? It's right off the Appalachian Trail. We were hiking up there last year. Hello to Kevin Kelly.
Sounds like it's a place where there's a lot of wildlife.
A lot of wildlife. They don't have any electricity. I don't know what the heck he's doing up there, but he's probably got the wood stove going. He's listening to the game on his computer. Anyway, kickoff is going. Goes deep, rolling down. The 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, out to the 26-yard line. Tackle made by number 34, Connor Roswell. Who was that carry? Thank you, sir. 14. It was Adam Neal. 14 was the carrier, the lone back for Exeter. I think they actually thought they might onside, Tommy. They had all of their 10 guys way up near the front. And unfortunately, Adam Neal had to be all by himself back there. Anyway, 5 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the game. Exeter taking their time. Ryan Gravaya has field generaled the Exeter Blue Hawks brilliantly, I might add, this game. Call signals, full house backfield, handed off left side. Goes about a yard. Don't see who the carrier was. I didn't see a number. Number 9, thank you, sir. Number 9, Owen Roth on the carry. Gets about a half a yard. It's second and about 10. Exeter from their own 29-yard line. The clock is ticking. Gravaya coming out from the sidelines to get the play. Exeter breaks the huddle. Going with 2 tight ends. Wing to the left side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Gravaya calling signals. They're on the left hash. Gets the snap. Looks like an off tackle left by number 15. Jaden Cleach, who has had a tremendous game for Exeter first half. Gets a couple of yards out to the 30-yard line. He's got a couple of interceptions already and a touchdown. Glenn Preston on the tackle, senior defensive lineman for South.
Good offensive lineman, too.
Good, thank you, Tommy. Yes, very good offensive lineman. 3rd and 7 for Exeter. Will they go back to pass, or will they just let the clock tick down and play the clock and punt? We got a wing left, ball on the left hash, double tight end. 2 running backs in the backfield. Gravaya calling signals. Goes back. We got back to pass. Looking to throw downfield. He's in trouble. He rolls to the left side. He's going to run the ball and gets to the first down marker, runs out of bounds.
That's one of those plays where everybody is on one side of the field and everything goes to the other side of the field. Gravalo
they
ran
had
where there wasn't.
That's right. The guard pulled to the right, went back to pass. There was nothing. He ran to his left.
Run to his left, and that'll do it, Ron.
Did he run out of bounds, or was he hit out of bounds? I think he ran out of bounds, didn't he?
Yep.
Nice run by Gravaya. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. We have someone yelling something at somebody down there. We have wing right. Handoff to the right halfback, off tackle right. Number 22, Spencer Clark, gets about 3 or 4 yards to midfield.
A lot of depth.
Tackle made by number 34, Connor Roswell.
With this Exeter offense, that's for sure.
I'm sorry, Tom?
A lot of depth with this Exeter offense.
Absolutely. We've had about 6 running backs running the ball, and they run for well over 200 yards for the game. .350, clock's ticking. Exeter at the 50-yard line. Wing to the left. Gravaya calling signals. Ball in the middle of the field going from my left to right. Gravaya hands off tackle to number 15, Jaden Cleach. Gets about 3-4 yards. 3-4 yards to the 46-yard line.
That's all they need.
Kyle O'Connor on the tackle.
3 or 4 yards a pop.
That's all they need. Kills the clock. Clock's still ticking. 3rd and about 2 yards to go for a first down.
Nashua South may not see the ball again if they keep running like this.
It's just as good as a long run touchdown running out the clock, Tom. Wing left, ball in the middle of the field. Gravaya, quick hitter right up the middle, number 9. Owen Roth on a trap, quick hitter right up the middle for about 10 yards. Tackled by Jacob Smith. First down, Exeter at the Nashua 38-yard line is a kill on the clock. 3 yards in a cloud of rubber filling, as they say. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wing right. 2 running backs in the backfield. Gravalia calling signals once again, middle of the field. Going left to right. Takes his time, gets the snap. Another quick hitter right up the middle. It's number 9, Owen Roth, gets about a yard or 2. Jacob Smith or Jason Compo on the tackle. But that does just as good, Tom, and then running into the end zone. They just killed almost 2 minutes.
Exactly. And
going about 15, 20 yards.
That's all they do because they huddle up. It's 40 seconds right there. That's it, Ron.
Exeter's just playing the clock right now. We got a wing to the left. Gravalia calling signals. Goes back, hands off tackle to number 15, Cleash.
He's close.
Jaden Cleash is pretty close to the first down.
It's going to be short, just a little
Jason
short.
Compo on the tackle. Zach Euro on the tackle also, 2 of them. Cleash gets 9 more yards. Down to under 1:30 left in the football game. Exeter breaks the huddle. They go wing right. 2 backs in the backfield on the left hash. Gravalia taking his time. Calling signals. Yes, he's watching the ref. Smart football, killing the clock. Use the clock to win a football game. Quick hitter again, right up the middle. It's at number 9, Owen Roth. Again, right up the middle for about 4 or 5 yards for another first down. Charlie Collins on the tackle. Linebacker number 54 for Nashua South. Down to 42 seconds left. This could be the last play of the game, Tom.
This is amazing. In a blink of an eye, this game ends.
I think they might take a knee here, Tommy. There's
unbelievable.
A
and they
reverse wishbone backfield. Gravalia takes a knee, and Billy Ball. That was not only a classic drive, but a classy drive.
It was a classy drive, but this was a classic Exeter football game. So, Ron Welliver, I'm sorry I couldn't help you out too much tonight, but you did a fantastic job.
Tom, you're killing me here with these. But I appreciate the good words anyway.
Fantastic job.
And let's give Nashua South credit. They come out next week like they did in the last few minutes of this game. Get ahead, get Exeter, make them throw the ball next week, Tom. They got a shot. They got the tough thing to do next week. They have to go to Exeter.
Well, thank you, Ron Welliver, for Ron Welliver and Tim O'Neill, Jim McLean. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson, is away on another junket. John Collins is away on another junket.
And we'll see you next Saturday for the playoff game. North versus somebody.
We'll be here.
We're not sure. And we will be here next Saturday
Final
at 1
score,
o'clock.
Everybody. Exeter 30, Nashua South 14. Have a great night.
Have a great Halloween, everybody. Good night.